Welcome to the Nutty Sisters podcast, a podcast about knitting, spinning, and fiber-related creations. We're your hosts,
Julie
and Judith.
You can find us on social media as Nutty Sisters on Instagram, at Nutty Sisters on YouTube, and you can email us at nuttyknitty@gmail.com.
If you're watching for the first time, welcome, and thanks for joining us.
If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, and thanks for returning. We'd appreciate it if you'd click the subscribe button below so you don't miss any broadcasts.
Click that bell, you'll be notified as soon as new videos are loaded.
Now, grab your knitting, find a comfy spot,
And let's get a little nutty. Hello! We're back together again! Yay! This is episode 1 of 2022, and we're going to go over some goals and plans for the year.
oh boy,
Yeah. So I'm going to move the sweater. I'm hoping that YouTube will select this as a lovely little, screenshot. Okay.
Yeah. Our thumbnail.
Thumbnail, yes. All right. So, happy 2022. I hope you all had a wonderful 2019.
2020. You skipped a year.
2021. I skipped 2.
Where did you go?
Right here in this room for 20 days.
Seems like years ago.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, Vlogmas was entertaining.
Yeah. And a lot. I didn't realize. This is the first year I've done it. I didn't realize how much there was.
Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed it, because I did have a lot of fun doing it. It was a ton of fun. Just work.
Yeah.
And trying to keep it entertaining, and when all the things were going on was just
and I was just a fish out of water. I didn't know what I was doing.
You did so good, though. Your videos looked so cool.
Yeah.
They were fun.
Well, maybe this year I'll have something more.
So we're going to do it again.
Oh, sure.
Yay!
Why not?
Yay! So, yeah. That's 2021. Now we're in 2022.
Yeah, let's move on from 2021. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but
I've heard that on a lot of YouTube channels. I think my favorite one, though, was Kat from Heather and Hops. She said, we're not going to refer it to it as 2022 because we had 2020, 2021. This is 2022. And I love that.
Anything that we can do to make it different, please.
Yes. So, life events. Julie, what's going on in your world lately?
Work.
Yep.
I am pretty much chained to the desk Monday through Friday.
Welcome to corporate America.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back to corporate America, yeah.
What's wrong with my brain? No, it's not, I'm not dreading it, regretting it, or anything like that. It's just, it's a lot to get used to. It's a new role that I have not done before, and so everything is new and different. So it's just taking a while to get up to speed, and what I'm doing is a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. So it's not like, you can just learn 2 or 3 things and then just scoot on down the road. You have to know so much. You really have to know a little bit about everything about the company. And that's a lot.
Yep. Yep.
But other than that, I am working on, and I haven't really made a public announcement, so here's the...
Ooh, an exclusive.
An exclusive. I will be closing my shop. Yeah, it's to work a 50-plus hour a week job and then try to do that just 1 day a week, and it's not effective. It's setting expectations or assumptions. People, are thinking they have that service available, and I just can't offer it effectively.
So are you closing the business entirely? Like, you're not going to take any new commissions or anything? Or are you just closing the brick and mortar?
I'm closing out of the shop, so I'm moving my stuff out of the shop and bringing everything home. In the spring, I haven't made a firm decision yet, but I'm toying with the idea of either getting a like one of those buildings, sheds that you can get, and making a she shed.
Jealous.
Or adding on to expand the place and have a little more room to do it. But it's not going to be a business going forward. It's just going to be if I have time, if someone asks, and if I can and want to, kind of thing. So. Yeah.
Bummer. But
Yeah.
you've kind of got a foot in. So, when you get to the point where you're ready to retire,
Yeah, I might be able to pick it
you
back
can
up
always
again.
go back, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've got, fighting with Etsy right now. So
Uh-oh. I've heard a lot of people fighting with Etsy.
Yeah. They've put my shop on vacation, and I have no way to get it out. Something
Shopify.
about
I've had a lot of people going to Shopify.
Yeah, I've got to make a decision because I've got the website, and I can't remember if I've got it for one more year from this April to the next, or if this April is the end of. I basically got it for 2 years free with some business coaching that I got when I started up. So I need to make a decision. I've been thinking over the past year about moving to Shopify if I go away from GoDaddy. It's a lot of work to do that, and if I'm not really doing it as a business, I don't know if I have the time to invest in doing that. And if I'm going to just be very small scale, I have no problem with just using Etsy and closing down the website.
But people have got to be able to shop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And something about the way I originally set my shop, because my shop what existed before I got my business.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that my original details when I set up might have been personal details.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm trying, they had something you had to verify about your business. And when I submitted all that information, they said something didn't match, or they couldn't verify, or whatever. And it has taken me over 2 weeks to find out what is it I can do then to get this rectified. So now I've been told, upload this and show us that and give us your blood and your firstborn and everything else, and then maybe we can do that for you. So we'll see.
Wow.
We'll see.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah, because if I could at least
you
have
are-
the Etsy shop, I can...
You were making some really cute polymer stitch polymer clay markers.
Yeah.
I got some for Christmas. They were so cute.
I was having a lot of fun with the polymer clay, actually, and I have so much as far as stitch markers still, so.
Yeah. We'll get her back running. Those are things that it's a hobby, and if you can put it on a website and bless the lives of others with it,
Yeah.
and make a little
Yeah.
mad money in the process.
Yep.
Cool beans.
Yep.
My life is boring. Nothing is going on. Michael and Dylan are fully recovered from COVID. No long-term, doesn't appear to be any long-term effects. Michael still has a little trouble with he threw some sand down in the driveway and he was a little short of breath.
Winded, yeah.
But he's 56 years old, so that'll do it.
I can sympathize with the getting winded.
Yeah.
I do that on the regular.
I do that getting out of bed. But Dylan seems to have recovered very well. We are having them tomorrow. It's been, I think, 2 weeks since they've been over to spend the night. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just been the same old, same old.
Yeah.
Not doing much, not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm too scared to go anywhere.
I know. I only go
crazy.
if I have to.
I've been seeing, people that have been vaccinated getting COVID. Getting
Oh, yeah.
sick.
Oh, yeah.
We probably can't talk about that on here, but
Yeah.
so yeah, that's life. Nothing too exciting. We were going to have some admin-y kind of stuff. We were going to have a yarn adventure coming up. We were going to do Nutty Spa in February, right?
Yeah.
And it's been canceled.
Well, the in-person part.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll do virtual again like they did last year, but
Yeah.
in person,
Bummer. So
major bummer. Yeah.
But we have another fun event coming up.
Yes.
We have a very fun event coming up.
Yes.
We are going to go to Good Karma Farms' new location in Bridgeton for their circular sock machine event.
Crank-in.
Crank-in.
It's a crank-in.
It's a crank-in. So we are going to go out to their new location. I can't wait to see their new place. Squish some new squish. Get some new soap. I need soap like a hole in the head, but I love her soaps. So that is going to be super exciting. I can't wait for that. We're going to try to get some camera time and interview with them. So yeah, that's going to be fun. That'll be our first official yarn adventure of 2022. Yay!
22.
Let's see. Other admin stuff. I've started some project journals, and you need to do some.
I know.
You need to do some. So I started project journals. I just thought it would be a neat way to add some fun content. A little more detail than what we can do in the once a month episode that we do on here. A little bit more detailed on some of the projects that you see on our regular episodes. So those are super fun to make. What else? Paradise Fibers videos. I am woefully behind on my Paradise Fibers videos. I do have all my unboxings up, but I feel terrible that I haven't posted some of the spinning and some of the FOs. I haven't spun or done some FOs. So as those are created, I'll be also uploading those. So hopefully there'll be a little more frequent uploads. And then I had written here yarns. Oh, we just recently did Yarn Stash D-Stash.
You did.
Which is fun.
I wish I had.
It wasn't as labor intensive as I thought it was going to be because I just redid this room, and so I did a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I still made some decisions on some things that I've been schlepping along for 20 years, and I got rid of a lot of books.
Really?
A lot of books.
Wow.
I really wanted to contain everything to 2 little cubes in my organizer over there, and I had books on top of books. I had a stack of journals that I had to put on my desk because there wasn't room for them in the book area. And I've been listening to some books on Audible. There's Decluttering at the Speed of Life, I think it's called.
Yes, I think I've heard of that.
And Swedish Death Cleaning. And the 2 in combination are really interesting. Like the Swedish Death Cleaning, the concept is you're cleaning in preparation of your death.
Yeah, so you don't leave a mess for people.
Yeah, your family doesn't have a mess when you're gone. And then Decluttering at the Speed of Life, I mean, there's a lot more to it. She gives a lot more tips and details and things, but basically you have a container. This is the container. Your house is your container. You can only put so much in a container. What happens when you get to the top of the container? It all starts to spill out, right? So your house, your closet, your bookcase, right? So I have a bookcase, and that's where my crafting stuff goes. Well, if I can't fit it in that container, you don't go and get another container. You get rid of some of the stuff in the container, right?
Who says you don't go get it? I'm going to get another shed or build on.
Nope. But I really had to say, like, what are my favorite books? What are the books that I go back to time and time again? And really, some of the books, I have little bookmarks in them, and I've never knit or crocheted anything out of the books. So why are they on the shelf? Mm-hmm. So the ones that I go back to time and time again, or I really do want to do something out of, those are on the shelf. And the rest are going to bless somebody else's lives.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I may have to do that because I have a lot of books at the shop.
Yeah. I had so many.
Yeah.
So many. I had to purge. And yarn. I actually got rid of more yarn. I got rid of 2 full sets of circular needles.
Wow.
Bamboo fixed circulars. Yeah. Just bless somebody else. My hope, and I've been terrible. I haven't called, but my hope is to get in touch with New Hope for Women, which is a battered women's support system, shelter, what have you, here in our area. And I would like to be able to gift them to them. And somebody commented on Instagram. I can't remember who. I'm sorry I forgot. But somebody commented it'd be a good opportunity to teach.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that was really, really amazing. I think that's a fabulous idea. So I might look into that too.
Cool.
That's admin stuff. Let's get on to some fun. It's a knitting podcast after all. Let's talk knitting. FOs, Julie.
FOs. Well, I got
You
one.
You just F to know.
Okay then.
Wow, am I red? Look at my face. Woo! Julie just finished an object.
There we go.
Woo!
Sometimes you don't want to use those acronyms.
Nope.
So I just wove in the ends, and so they
so
will get
pretty.
blocked. This one's on a blocker, so it's a little bit easier to see.
It's
I love all the
so
colors.
pretty. Me too. I like the texture in between.
Yeah.
What stitch is
squishy.
that?
It's just a purl row. Just
Oh,
a
that's
purl
all
ridge.
it is?
Yeah.
Why does it look so much more fancy?
Well, there's another little thing that goes on in between the rows occasionally too that makes it a little bit squishier. I don't want to give away the pattern.
Oh, nope.
This is the 24 Rows Socks by Handmade Closet.
Oh.
I can't remember. You can look in my Vlogmas episodes, or we'll where's your paper?
We'll
put
insert
down
it
below.
Editor's notes.
Yes. Yeah, so I am very happy with them. I was able to use all 24 of my mini skeins that was left from my formerly, what was she? Farm Girl Fibers?
Yeah.
I
Raven
think so.
Moon Dye
Works.
Dye
or
Works.
Dye
Or,
something.
I
We'll put it in.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, I was able to. I think it was her 2019. I think was what that advent was. And yeah, so all 24 colors, was able to use those, and I still have probably half of those little skeins left. I haven't decided if I want to do another pair of these because I really like this pattern. It's simple, but it's hard to put down. The only thing I ran into is for my size, I did have to do 7 extra rows before I started doing my toe decreases, but 7 rows is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I just gotta put them in. Yay.
Beautiful.
I can't wait to wear them. And even though they were supposed to be Advent socks, I'll wear these year
Oh,
round.
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
They are really, I just love the colors in them. They're really happy.
It's awesome.
And then we have...
Oh, that's so pretty.
Isn't that pretty? That was a...
I love it.
Yeah. See, I should have taken all this stuff from my Vlogmas. Because I said it so many times through Vlogmas, I got to the point where I knew it.
Yep.
Now it's been a couple weeks, and guess what?
Gone.
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 But the yarn is from Granite State Yarn. Is it Granite State Yarns? I think it's Granite State Yarns. There we go. Granite State Yarns.
Yep.
Not close enough, probably. But this is their DK sock base. It's the Glorious Christmas sock set. So Glorious Christmas is the main color. Ralphie is the green mini, and Randy is the red mini.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Whoops. Fun. So it's kind of an homage to A Christmas Story.
Yes.
Nice. I like it.
And like I say, I wish I could remember what the pattern is. Why can't I?
I love it. I like the texture around the top. They almost look like stockings.
Yes. They remind me of a Christmas stocking.
Yeah.
This is little, I don't know if you can see it, little baubles.
Oh,
and I have
baubles.
to say, I don't think
like
I'm a fan of
baubles.
baubles.
I don't.
Mostly because I could not get that to come
Yep.
through. I had to resort to a crochet hook.
Yeah.
I just did, and on some of them, the gauge looks a little funny. Some of them want to pop out, and some of them want to poke in.
Yep.
I don't know what the trick
There
is
was,
with baubles.
There was on my, I think it was the Sturgill sweater. Was a bunch of baubles, and I was having the same trouble.
Really?
And I found a thing on, I don't know where, because this was last year, where you, after you've done the bauble, you take your yarn and you wrap it around twice around the bauble, give it a little tug, and then start your next knit, or whatever your next stitch is.
So, from what I've seen, there's a couple of different ways
Mm-hmm.
to do baubles, and I unfortunately think this way was very,
Yeah.
very hard.
Yeah.
I had to resort to the crochet hook. So yeah, that thing that you're talking about with the wrapping the yarn.
It makes them pop out so that they're not falling back into the inside of the knit.
Yeah. But overall, it was a really fun pattern.
They're so
her
pretty.
Yarn. This is her DK sock base, so it's a
Oh.
little heavier sock.
Love it.
And I love that red. That red is super good.
Yeah.
I
love it.
Love it. So that's
Fun.
those. Oh, I didn't bring my hat in. I already showed the hat before. That's right. That's pretty much it for
That's it.
FOs. Yes.
Well, most of my, I'm not gonna go through the Vlogmas FOs because I showed those.
Yeah.
The only FOs I've done so far this year is my little Big Z penguin. He is so cute, and he's got eyes now, big old googly eyes.
And what is he from?
He's from Surf's Up, the
Surf's
Surf's
Up.
Up movie.
So I'm going to have to
He's
watch this movie now, I think.
Still doesn't stand up quite right. I felt at his feet,
Wonder
and
if you could weight his bum.
But he's very overstuffed. Because the original pattern, it's actually a sleek looking, those sleek
Like the emperor
Yes,
penguins. That are very,
yes. But I had to modify him because Big Z is he's actually not a emperor. I think he's a rock hopper. So I had to modify him and make him bulkier because he's a big, bulky penguin. Yeah, but he turned out really cool.
He did. He's cute.
And he was my first project journal entry. I'm so excited. I stuffed him with some sort of wool from my spinning stash. So in the pattern, she recommends washing it in a good hot water and then putting it on a radiator, like a good hot radiator, to kind of felt it a little bit. But I was scared too because he's stuffed with wool. He's not stuffed with toy stuffing. He's actually stuffed with wool. And if I got some weird felting of the fiber inside, he might look all kinds of crazy. The only other
You need the agitation though for the felting too, right?
I thought so, yeah.
I was wondering if maybe if you steamed him and just
I'm just so afraid of his
filling
getting
getting all lumpy.
lumpy bumpy, and he looked like me. The only other modification I did was the flowers on his chest, and those were just over stitched. And then I did felt his feet to try to get him to stand up a wee bit better. He stands up, you just gotta set him right. And then I needle felted his eyes. Needle felting is fun. It is fun.
What could be more fun than stabbing something, you know?
It was therapeutic. Yeah. But I sent it back to Joe because I don't need another thing in my life.
I don't need another hobby. Huh?
So he is falling. So he is, the pattern is Penguin by Claire Garland. I made him with the suggested needle, and I made him with the suggested yarn too. So this is one of my only acquisitions so far this year. I'm going to try to be good again, but I did purchase the yarn because I wanted it to be accurate. So Drop Sky were two of the yarns, and I only used like, it was less than a gram each. I used 5 grams of the black and 1 gram of the white.
That's chainette construction.
It is.
Oh, it's just like a.
It's a puff.
There's nothing to it.
So light. The whole thing is so light.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, that'd make a nice sweater.
And then this one was the one I used the most of. This is Drops Puna. And I used 10 grams of that. And then I only used a gram each of these. This one is their Kid Silk. And this one is their Alpaca. So this one is in the colorway orange. It is. That's in the colorway orange. This is curry, and then the rest were just black and white.
So soft. Love it.
Yeah. So I bought these on Ravelry recommendation from Biscotti Yarn, and I ordered them on Monday. They were here on Wednesday.
Phew.
From Canada.
Oh my gosh! Wow. I guess they've got it together up there.
Seriously, when I got the shipping notification, I went out and looked for the drone. Because there's no way they got that here through USPS. Crazy.
Wow. Well, and then our town wasn't delivering packages for a while.
Yeah.
So
no, they were delivering packages. They weren't delivering mail.
That's right.
Yeah.
They weren't delivering the regular letter mail.
Which I don't mind because it's just junk mail and bills anyway.
Mm-hmm.
My only other FO is my only other entry in my little journal. I'm so excited about this. There's not much in it, but this is Kid's Scarf by Char Jess. I made these for Dylan and Lincoln. This is yarn that I got during the yarn cruise. So it is Universal Uptown DK. It is the colored yarn. That one is in the color Blush. And this one is in the color Living Green. And they are double-sided. They're knit in the round. So they're super squishy.
Really? Oh, wow, yeah.
Those
will be warm.
Yeah. The white yarn is, I think it's Bernays Softy Baby yarn. It was a stash thing. I had 108 grams and I used all of the white. 100 grams on these, and I have just little tufts left. I actually just finished the green tonight, so it hasn't been wound in a ball. That's all that's left. And that's all that's left of the pink. But what was really cool about this is because they're knit in the round, all of your ends are inside. No weaving in. I did the weave and Steven method to attach them, but then I didn't need to clip or anything else. There were some of the greens that were a little long, and I clipped them and just left a little bit, but I don't need to. Yeah, I didn't have to worry about it.
Nice.
This one I messed up the sequence a bit. You can see it's off.
Oh, when it's in half.
Yeah, this one I did right. The reason the sequence is important is it is modeled after the Fibonacci sequence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34. And then back the other way with the green.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a nerd, so the whole Fibonacci sequence was
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
And then I did do some sock mending. I talked about this, I think, on the Project Journal intro video. And I did the method that Jana from Purl Together demonstrates on her YouTube channel. And I will say, when I first wore them, the patches, you could definitely feel them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of bulk there. But it wore down pretty quick. Like, it smoothed out the edges and became a lot less noticeable, like, by the end of the day. These socks have been beat to death. And I did, on this one, instead of a patch, I did like a little darning over-stitching kind of thing. And I considered doing the heel, but I said, no, it's a little thin, but it'll be all right. Not all right.
No. When they're thin is the time to do it, because then you can just do duplicate stitch.
Yeah, now I gotta do a whole thing again. But the other socks have been holding up great, so I'm really, really excited about that whole mending process.
Yep.
I'm gonna move him. That's it for me for FOs. What do you got for whips, Jules?
Oh, Lord. Well, right at the moment, I don't have any whips that aren't languishing whips.
Uh-huh.
I told myself I was going to pick up those and work on those until those were done. But there's too many shiny things.
There are so many shiny things out there right now.
So, I'm actually going to be casting on to other things.
Naughty.
As you do, right?
We have to.
Oh my gosh. So,
It makes life fun. Let me move these.
this is something that is so hot. It's all over the place. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's wanting to do it. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's the sea glass sweater.
Oh, that's really pretty.
There was a sea glass tee, and this is the sea glass sweater in DK yarn. Now, I don't have a whole lot of DK yarn, but I have tons of fingering yarn that can be held double to be the DK. And because it's so colorful, you can use scraps, you can use advents, you can do whatever.
I like a good scrap.
That's what I'm thinking.
I have tons of scraps.
I don't really have a ton of scraps, but I think between what I have for minis, because I was liking minis last year. Well, I fixed that good.
Kind of like me and my project bags.
Yeah. Tell me I need something and I'll fix it good. So I do have a lot of minis, not a lot of DK minis, but I think that I can make that work.
You can do fingering held double.
Yep. Haven't decided on what the main color will be yet. It will probably just be an off-white, natural undyed. Yep. Because I want the colors to
Pop.
really stand out in it. But I
Yep.
do have a couple of other things that I probably will cast on before that. I'm not exactly sure if that pattern for the sweater, I know the tee is out, but I don't know if the sweater is out yet. This was the prep pack, which you can get if you get the pattern on Ravelry, but I'm not sure if the full pattern is out yet. So in the meantime, I've been itching to do this. There are several different cowls out there right now.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are. I've been avoiding them like the plague.
Well, one of them really caught my interest because I was working on these Advent socks. It's the Adventually cowl. So if you've been working on Advent projects and you didn't get them done, this is the Adventually you will get your Advent project done.
Clever.
So the Adventually cowl.
Who's that sponsored by?
Oh, good question.
Whoopsie.
Adventually cowl. Who had the Adventually? We'll have to put it in.
Let me get my notes.
The Adventually cowl and the Sweet Treat for Your Feet cowl.
I've heard of that one.
Yes, that one is by Moonglow Yarn, and oh man, what is her? It's Julianne Knitter. I know she has an actual like a business name too, but I think if you look up Julianne Knitter, I think that's how she is, either on Ravelry or Instagram. But they are the sponsors of the Sweet Treat for Your Feet. Sweet Treat for Your Feet sock cowl, I believe.
Say that.
Yeah,
fast.
it's a long one. We'll put it down below just to make sure we got it
great.
right. But
you're just gonna type all that out now.
So I've got the two socks that I have going for that, and so I can double dip with those cows. And
Love double dipping.
oh yeah, and then I got so many beautiful Christmas yarns. I had no Christmas yarns.
Yeah,
to speak of.
I don't care. I don't have a lot.
I fixed that problem too.
I mean, I've got stuff that I could pretend is Christmas, is greeny and ready, and
No, I didn't have
But
true Christmas
no,
knitting
I
yarn.
don't.
So I fixed that this year. Now there's another one that I just found out about. I got this set from Pretty Twisted Yarns.
That's really,
She really has
really
some
neat.
pretty yarns. And she has a CSM.
Ooh.
So I chatted with her a little bit and may pick her brain from time to time if I need to. Yeah, but this sock set is the Help Me, I'm Feeling.
I love it.
Isn't that awesome?
I love it.
Grinch reference. And so that's the green, the main color. And then it has the 20-gram Christmas syrup in here. She has some of the cutest names.
That's what we say after I decorate for the holidays. Michael come home and go, oh crap, elves threw up in the living room.
Yep. She also does quite a lot of reels on Instagram. Some of them are absolutely hilarious.
Is she the one that does all the, like, it's something else talking in the background, but she's mouthing the words and
She's like in front of her rack and grabbing yarn.
Yes.
That's her.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I've just found her and I am loving her.
I think she's a hoot.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And for sure, check out her yarns because they're beautiful. You won't be able to see it in this green, but it's a sparkle base. So it has just a little tiny bit of shimmer here and there. So I want to use that because she has a Show Me Your Stripes cowl.
Ooh.
So if you like to knit stripy socks, there you go. And I think these are going to be a pair for that cowl as well. This is the Moonglow Yarn Co. Sweet Treat sock set. I think I already said that.
Now, are you going to hand knit these or are you going to crank these?
These I will probably go ahead and start and hand knit these, but yeah, there is a CSM in my future. And so I'm going to be getting some stash cranked out.
I'll be able to hear her from here. Oh, Julie's cranking again.
I'll be singing and laughing and dancing and having a great time. I know there are a lot of people that think doing that is cheating, but I look at it that, and at first, I know you can do the whole sock right on the circular sock machine. At first, what my interest is tubes.
Yep.
I want to make a tube and then cut in my heels and do my cuffs and toes. I just, the mindless part of a sock is all of that stockinette knitting.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy doing that, so I don't mind doing that. But if I really want a pair of socks quickly, I like having the option to
I can
crank
definitely
'em out.
see the value in the CSM. I would be interested to see how you could do a different heel because I can't do an afterthought heel. It's just not comfortable. I have to have a heel flap and gusset. My feet are just not shaped well for an afterthought.
This is an experiment that I'm going to do. Because an afterthought heel is really just a front and a back.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't you do a heel flap and gusset?
Because your gusset decreases are part of the instep of your foot. How are you going to decrease?
Can you not increase
Yeah.
and then decrease?
Guess you could.
I'm going to do an experiment.
I'll be interested to see if you can do it. You might just sell me on the CSM, but if I can't do heel flap and gusset, I'd rather just crank
Well, the
them out
other thing is,
way.
I'm not sure what the heel is that is done on the CSM, but it's done as you're knitting. So as you get down to where the heel goes, you do increases and create your heel. So I'm not sure exactly what style of heel you would call that. But yeah, it's an increase while you're cranking
While you're
your
doing
sock.
your tube.
Yep.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. There's actually a lot more than just socks that you can do.
Oh yeah, sure.
You can do mittens, you can do gloves, you can do fingerless mittens.
You can do the body of your sweater. And then all you have to do is hand knit the yoke. You can do your sleeves.
I don't know if you could do your sleeves maybe, but
You have to have a big.
You'd have to have a huge cylinder. Yeah, this is, you can get different cylinder sizes, but I think what I'm getting is made to be like from 60 to 72 maybe. There's a range in there that you can get. Might be a few more needle sizes available than that, but I think I'm just gonna try the 64. That's what seems to be a most popular size, so we'll see how it goes.
Any other whips for you?
Oh, there will be. I found, and we'll have to put the pattern in, it's the Chilton cowl. I don't know if you've heard of that one. So I came across it, I was smitten with it, and so I just went and I started grabbing minis and seeing if that's what I want to do, and I think that's what I want to do, so I put a band on it, say it says Chilton cowl, so I know what they're for.
I have a bag up here of minis. Oh no, I put it back in stash because I wasn't sure what it was going to be. But the same thing, I just pulled a bunch of minis out together, and I have them all banded up, but I didn't write what I wanted it to be.
Oh.
And now I don't know.
Oh.
But they're stunning together.
Yep.
Those are really pretty together.
I think those will be really pretty together.
Yeah.
And if I don't go with the Chilton cowl, there's also a cowl that I would love to do from Dana Ray Makes, the Scattering Petals cowl.
Oh, yeah.
And you can use minis for that too, so. All the things.
All
and
the
then
things.
I have...
And then...
And then... So I have been hoarding my 8 yarn to tie 4 yarns because they're so beautiful.
They
I'm afraid
are.
to use them.
I recognize that's Abounding Tranquility right there.
That's my favorite color from her is Abounding Tranquility.
Beautiful pair of socks with them.
And that's probably what these are destined to be. I also have, and I have not seen this again, and this was the first one I got from her, and it's gorgeous. Absolutely.
What is that?
That is Rust and Patina.
Oh, I love it.
And it is absolutely amazing. Amazing.
That's so you.
Yeah.
So you.
So the thought originally was...
What's the other one? Frosted Pine?
Yep.
I knew it.
Yep, this is Frosted Pine Cone. Another pretty one. This is very neutral, so it might be hard to see. It's got little flecks
but
of
knit up,
greens and browns and pinks.
Knit up, it's a lot. I made...
You see the speckles?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I made a pair of socks with some, the Meet Cute socks and knit bent this
Take
past.
this off. We might be able to see the Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can see the
There
speckles.
was a
little better.
Meet Cute socks and Meet Cute mitts, and I made them for Kayla for Christmas.
Yeah. So that is the neutral. I haven't decided. I think I want the bulk of the socks to be the Rust and Patina. And then I will probably use the Frosted Pine Cone for heels, toes, and cuffs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little nervous about a light color for heels and toes, but I think it'll be okay. And I love those colors together. They seem to go really nicely together.
Yeah.
Plus, the frosted pine cone also goes very nicely with the Abounding Tranquility.
Yeah.
It's just a great, almost neutral.
Love it.
Yep. So these may be part of my first cranked socks.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how long I can wait. Now that I've said, look, knit them. You can't hoard them. You can't keep them. They're not doing them justice.
What is that yarn's purpose? That yarn has a purpose in life.
And it's
by
not to sit in my bookcase.
That's right. By not knitting it, you are not allowing it to fulfill its purpose in life.
I know. I have
Good on you.
I have accepted that, and I will use them.
I did the same thing with my frosted pine cone. I love that colorway.
Mm-hmm.
I had it in DK,
Mm-hmm.
and I had 4 skeins, I think.
Wow.
And I did the socks and the mitts. I still have a skein and a half left.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Abounding Tranquility was, well, Rust and Patina was that was my first, oh my God, fell in love with her. And then Abounding, I've got 2 Abounding Tranquilities actually, and I thought, gosh, I should find a pattern that would use 2 skeins of it and maybe do that, but the other thought is, it only takes 1 skein fingering for a musselburgh hat.
Yep.
And I've been wanting to do that. I have all these things in
She's
my head.
all the plans.
All the plans, and we'll see how many pan out.
Well, is that it?
That's it.
That's
finally.
it. She's done. I will not go through all of my whips because I did that during Vlogmas, and
we still
they're
have 30 plus
hanging up
bags
here. And I actually have them written.
Ooh.
There's
Look at you go.
38 now, because when I did Yarn Stash D-Stash, there was a Christopher Scott farm or something like that. A farm. I don't even know if they're in business anymore. But a beautiful, like, chunky weight, really rustic, like, yarn. Beautiful, like, light army green. And I love it. And I didn't want to get rid of it, but it won't fit in the container. So I went in a new container. But it's a whip now. It's not being stored. It's a whip. But
It's destined to be something.
Yes. I'm like, if I'm going to keep this yarn, I got it from where I do the charity knit from work. They can't use wool. So when they get donations of wool, she remembers me and gets it to me most times. So I went on Ravelry and I found a pattern called Sedgwick. I'm going to use that to make it's a cardigan.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
So it'll be a nice, really rustic, warm cardigan.
That's why my
So,
spark is, when I'm really, really cold, I grab
So
my
that's
spark.
2022 goals. Those are all the whips. And then I also did kind of a yarn stash de-stash on my spinning fiber. Oh my God. I have got so much spinning fiber. Like, this is not even it. I couldn't fit it on the card. Ridiculous. So my next, pardon me. I think my dog's trying to get in. My next whip, and this is going to get cast on tonight. I'm going to wind it off and cast it on tonight. Is going to be my very first Stephen West knit pattern called Rockefeller. And I'm going to make it in, I've got two skeins of this.
I recognize that.
This is natural organic U blooming oregano. My daughter Kayla got this at Julie's shop grand opening, and she said, just make me something pretty out of it. And how long ago was that?
That's done roving yarn.
Yes, it is done roving. But how long ago did you open your shop?
Uh,
This is this was your second winter.
Yeah, I opened it in May of 20.
That's how long this has been waiting to become something. My daughter bought it and said, make me something beautiful, and I'm finally doing it. But I'm going to pair it with this. This is Naked Yarns. It's some of the yarn I use to dye my own play with. So that's going to be the Rockefeller. And that's my only plan right now. I take it one whip at a time. I still have the Arnie, the Regia Lofoten. I still have that sock. It's in my purse. When I go pick up Kayla, I sit in the car and work on that. So that's the only other whip. Stash acquisitions. You've done them all. No.
I mean, through Vlogmas, I think.
Yeah.
I pretty well got most of my stash acquisitions through that. What did I have? Oh, my Yarnable showed up.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yep.
showed up.
I have my Yarnable
like a week ago or so. And I've subscribed to Row 1 Yarns. The little balls of minis they're so good.
Oh my gosh, more
they're
minis.
So good. Oh,
Too
I'm really
funny.
enjoying them. Maybe I'll have to do a
An
maybe
unboxing?
the end of the when we do our January recap. I'll show it all then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think that's the only real acquisitions I've had. I did order something. No, I'm pretty sure they came the end of, because I'm pretty sure I talked about those in Vlogmas too. My Wing and a Prayer Farm, my black and white yarns.
Yeah.
I'm sure I had those in Vlogmas. Yeah.
I've been fairly good. I showed the Drops yarn. That was for a commission. Well, not a commission, but a gift knit. And then I did have another commission knit for the ale hat. A coworker of my daughter's loves. I say her ale hat. It's mine in the Rhinebeck colorway. I did the ale hat and the ale hat too, and Kayla fell in love with the ale hat, and now it's gone. It's on her head all the time. But her friend loved it. Didn't love the colors. Like the colors were pretty, but they weren't really her. So she wanted me to make her one, but she wasn't sure on the colors. So I went out to Etsy, went to Robin's website, captured some of her screenshots of, because she does on her, I love how she does her site. She does the yarn in skein. I think she does it all like out of the skein.
Yes, opened.
And then she does a swatch too. So I took screenshots of all these swatches, and I made like several different, like, because it takes 3 colors. I made several different things, and she picked the pairing that she liked the best, and this is what she picked. So these are the leftovers, because the hat has already gone. This is this Smoke on the Water? Did I get labels mixed up? Whoopsie! Oops. Now I'm throwing it across the floor. What's that one? Nope, I didn't. I got it right. This one's Smoke on the Water. And it's so pretty. It's like greens and grays. It's kind of blowed out, but and these are all DK weight. It's her Taurus colorway, or her Taurus base rather. And it is 100% superwash merino. And then this is Ashes. Beautiful gray.
That's a nice gray.
So the gray was on like the top of the hat. The green was in the middle of the hat. And then this brown was on along the brim. And this one is Mud Pies. I love this one. I'm a brown kind of girl.
Yeah.
So that was it for stash acquisitions for me. I got the Yarnable and the Paradise Fibers boxes.
So see, we both got 2
Yeah, but
monthlies.
yeah, I do, don't I? One's fiber though. Like, it becomes yarn, I guess.
Yeah,
So.
it does. And I haven't been spinning, which I need to do, but
Yeah. So that's next. Spinning.
I can zip my lips.
You done?
Mine's quick.
I had a bunch of these little tufts of fluff. They came in a pack. I got these in Rhinebeck from Bartlett. One was in the fall colorway, and I knit them up on the Nano. Spun them up on the Nano. So that is the fall, and this one was harvest.
Those look like nice little bundles for those hats.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The boondoggle hats. Yes, that's what I was thinking. So we'll see. I haven't washed and thwacked and done all the things to these menaced the yarn yet, and I haven't figured out what my yardage is. So we'll figure out and see what we got. But these are just like literally the Nano sits on my desk. And when I'm on a conference call that I don't need to speak on, I just sit there and draft and spin. So, yeah. Those are cute. And then my other process right now is these.
Rolex?
I'm spinning these Rolex. This was from the September Paradise Fibers box. It was Sunset on Summer. It is a mulberry, I think it's mulberry silk, and flax.
Oh wow, linen.
Yeah, the pink is flax.
Oh wow, I mean, it feels,
They're
so soft.
a beast to spin.
Really?
Yes.
Oh no. Do they like pull out clumps or?
Yeah, and because they're in Rolex, the silk tends to continue to pull from way back here, and then you kind of end up in a shell.
Yeah.
And I've even pre-drafted, but it's, yeah.
And then linen's not that long a staple.
No.
Right? Yeah, so the combination of long and shorter.
Yeah, and I mean, it was something they recommended in their box to spin, to blend the two. It probably would have been better blended on like a Carter or something.
Oh, and make a bat instead of a Rolex?
They did a video on their YouTube of doing it on the blending board. Maybe I didn't blend it.
But you can do mini bats on the blending board instead of Rolex. Maybe it would be easier that way.
I don't know, but I've got all of this now that I need to, so I did a sample spin, and chain plying them was really hard. Because of the different, there's like little nubbies from the flax and stuff, and so
they kind of grab.
Yeah, the chain doesn't really pull very easily. And I didn't like the way the chain ply came out, so I'm going to do a 2-ply. So I'm going to do 2 bobbins, because it's silk. I'm not going to bracelet ply silk. Forget that. So yeah. That's it for spinning, I believe. Yes. So, 2022 goals. What are your 2022 goals, Julie?
I didn't make any.
No?
No. Fly by the seat of my pants.
She's a dangerous, living on the edge kind of girl.
Living on the edge. Take it as it comes. I found that, and I think it was, because I didn't do the yarn, what is it, yarn stash, D-stash? I didn't do it this time, but I did it the last time, and I loved how she talked about evaluating your whips, and if they don't make you happy, frog them. So I'm just going to, if something sparks my interest and I cast it on because I want to make it, and then I end up not liking it, I can frog it and I can move on to something else. So I don't care if I see the shiny things and I want to try them.
This is so 360 from when we first began this.
You mean 180?
360.
Back to where it started? Nope.
We'll get there, trust me.
Yeah, we will.
It's so 180 from when we started doing this YouTube thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was the
Cast the cares to the wind.
yeah, like have all the things on all the needles and all the like. I didn't have a spare needle, and you were one at a time, finish it, then move on. And now we're totally opposite. I do have 38 whips, but they're not really
They're not
whips.
all in process.
They're just projects.
Yeah. No, I have enough discipline with work and other things in life. I'm gonna let yarn be my freedom.
Throw caution to the wind with the knitting. I love it. I love it. My only goal is Whipageddon. I've got to get. I keep putting my hand up here because there's actually a rod, like a closet rod over us just off camera. I used to have a retail clothing thing in my house, and it's a rack left over from that, and I want it down so bad. I want it gone. But all of my whips are hanging on hangers in project bags from that garment rod. So yeah,
Chop chop.
I'm not casting on or adding on another thing. Although Andrea just gave a sneak peek to a cowl that she's doing. Did you see it? Oh my word.
There were too many people being creative.
I know.
And...
Stop being brilliant, damn you.
Yeah, there's lots of shiny things out there right now.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of things, we didn't say what we were wearing.
Oh, what are you wearing?
I
know what you're wearing.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Philomena.
I'm so proud of you for finally finishing that.
Now I just gotta finish last year's yarn crawl shawl.
She'll finish Dairy Rush before just before next.
Just before.
Yeah. And that is by
Iranine
Design. I am wearing the Skyline Wrap by Helen Stewart. It was a Knit Vent Window 1.
And it is so long and so cozy and
so long.
So good.
Yeah. And it's neat because like when I'm really, really cold, I can put it over my legs.
Yeah.
Keep my legs warm too. And
yep.
but then I can also do this.
Nice cozy.
If I want to go out of doors and I don't want to
bundle.
Well, having it as the wrap, I constantly have to fidget with it because it falls off my shoulders and whatnot. Yeah. But this, I can throw this on and throw a coat on and go. But yeah. And this was made entirely out of scraps. Entirely.
It turned out so good.
I love it. So my only other 2022 goal is to catch up on all my Paradise Fibers Fiber of the Month Club boxes.
I probably should make my Yarnable a goal.
Yeah.
I think I'm up to 8.
I have 3, because I just started it, and I had them all in the box with all the little, all the little extra things and everything that you get. And when I did Yarn Stash D-Stash, I'm like, why?
Why are they still in the box?
Like, there's tea in here that I haven't drank yet. There's, there was a candle. There's all kinds of things that I'm not using. Why? Yeah. So I broke them all apart and put the yarn in with my stash.
I just did that with the January one. I said, okay, this is what's going to happen with these. I know that I've been writing on the box what it is, but why do I need this box? I don't.
Yeah.
I need to take the things out and use them. The yarn can have a little tag put on the bag that says what month and year.
Oh, I even took it out of the bag.
Did you?
Yep. The bags I'm going to use for Advent next year.
Oh, yeah.
To make my own Advent spinning Advent again.
Yep.
Yeah, I just put them in with my regular, in the general population, as they say in prison.
You know what we should do with those bags? We should embroider the numbers on them. And then we'd have them to reuse each year with the days all embroidered on them.
I like the idea. I only have 3 though.
Oh, you'll get there.
She knows. She knows. I did keep all of the little cards. I do the same thing with I do the same thing with my Paradise Fibers monthly cards.
Yep, the little description cards.
Yeah, they go in the back of my my little spinning journal thing.
Oh yeah.
So I can go back and reference if I don't put it on my spinner's card. That's the
Oh yeah.
that's the September spun up and a little swatch done. I don't do full swatches. I'm lucky if I do a little and that's all washed and everything.
Oh yeah, I like that. If it was all silk, it would be so, way, way droopy. So it's got a little bit of structure to it.
It would be more like that swatch.
Oh my, yeah.
That was the lace for the Dairy Rush.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I gotta get
But
that
I'm
Dairy Rush
keeping
back out.
all the yarnable cards because they have such good pattern ideas for the yarn, and I may do that when Whip-A-Geddon is over. So, our totals for 2021. I think this is correct. I pulled most of it off Ravelry. I didn't see anything that was missing, and I know there was one thing that was, instead of separate projects, I grouped several projects in together, but anyhoozle. So my goal last year was to knit 35 projects. I made 56. I made 3 sweaters, 3 vests, 13 pairs of socks, 5 mittens or hand objects, 14 hats or headbands, 7 shawls or wraps, 3 cowls, 4 home, basically like cushions and throws and whatnot, and 2 toys.
Well, there. Oh my goodness. Mine is very short and sweet.
I don't think yours is complete, though.
I don't think mine is complete. I'm just not very good about putting everything on Ravelry. I knit it and I gift it, or I do what I'm going to do with it, and I forget to put it on Ravelry. So one thing I was wondering if it was on here. Nope. So. Oh wait, I don't know what that test.
That was the one you just did, the kids.
Okay.
The kids' hat
lace up one.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I have the 2 hats that my pattern thing. Okay. So anyway, I think it was 2 sweaters. I may have can't remember when I made the Ferris wheel tee, if that was last year or the year before. So it might be 3. I don't know if the Ferris wheel tee is on there or not. So 2 sweaters, 3 pairs of socks, which I know no. There's 2 or 3 others maybe, so it's more like 5 or 6 on the socks. 2 shawls or wraps, that's probably right. 2 cowls. Yeah, that might be right. The test
cowl and the reindeer.
That might be right, and 2 hats, yep. So I'm not sure, let's see, what's my total? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so somewhere's around 15, I'm gonna guess. Yep.
Well, that is pretty good considering.
Oh, there's no mittens on there.
Nope, I didn't see any mittens.
I haven't been putting mittens on there at all.
Nope.
I know of at least 5 pairs of mittens.
See the value of putting your things on Ravelry?
I gotta get better. Okay, so that's goal for 22.
There we go. Yay, she's a goal.
I didn't say
I enabled her into a goal.
I didn't say I would be completely accurate, but it's a goal to at least get better with Ravelry.
At least when I enable you into things, it doesn't cost you money.
Yeah, there's the difference between you and me.
You have to whip out your watch. I have to whip out my wallet.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
I
So,
think
yeah.
that's it.
Our first adventure will be the first week of February. First
Yep.
weekend of February.
Yep. I'm excited.
More to come.
More to come. So, I know last year we kind of did like monthly updates. Like, this is everything we did in October, and this is, but it got really hard to figure out. Like,
I can make a point of having a basket that I make sure I put all my.
yeah,
If I'm gonna have to get better with Ravelry, then I need to have a place to put things until they're on Ravelry.
mm-hmm.
So if I have a basket for acquisitions and FOs, and then they have to go
But
on
I think we'll
Ravelry.
just do like up to whatever point that we're recording.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of
right.
doing like end of the month. Oh, I can't include that because that happened last month, or
Right.
next month, or whatever.
Just
To
keep
whenever
track
we
of,
record.
like, today, whatever we do until the next time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Plan.
Plan.
Ready, set, go. All right. I think that's it. So thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you would like to follow us individually on social media, where can we find you, Julie?
I'm Jules.makes on Instagram, Jules Larrabee on Ravelry, and Jules Makes on Facebook. Yeah, I think that's the places.
That's all the places. I am Nanas_house15 on Instagram and Nana's House 15 on Ravelry. So until next time, stay nutty and keep knitting. Bye.
Bye.